The Trudeau Liberals have been under some intense pressure to reject the $1.5 billion takeover of Aecon by Chinese interests for reasons of national security. And tonight, they did just that. Katie Simpson joins me now from here in Ottawa. Katie, how big of a deal is this, really?
It's quite big, Rosie, especially in light of Canada's efforts to do more business with and in China. After a months-long review process, the government will not allow the $1.5 billion deal to go ahead. It says in order to protect Canada's national security interests. Minister Navdeep Bains isn't getting into further detail yet, but his parliamentary secretary, David Lametti, says these kinds of decisions are made after an extensive assessment process.
We were relying on the review process. We were relying on the experts in our national security system. We have said that from the outset. We've been consistent from the outset, and I would be certain that the decision is based on their recommendation.
One reason why that recommendation may have been made, is that Aecon is involved with some very highly sensitive infrastructure projects in the energy and communications sectors, projects that Canada's national security experts may not want the Chinese government to have access to.
So I know this broke fairly late in the day, but what has been the reaction so far?
In a statement, Aecon says it's disappointed with the decision, but adds it will be moving forward from what it calls a position of strength. The company is also saying it is no longer for sale. The opposition is happy the deal has been killed, with the Conservatives wanting to know why it took so long to come to this conclusion. In Beijing, the decision may not be so welcome. Canada and China both want to enter formal free trade talks, but with Canada blocking this purchase over national security concerns, it may be seen as an insult, Rosie, by the Chinese.
Katie Simpson on top of things as usual in Ottawa. Thank you. Ottawa has allowed other Chinese takeovers to happen, though. The government faced criticism earlier this year when Norsat was sold without a full national security review. The company makes radio systems used by the U.S. and NATO partners. And in 2012, the Harper government allowed the sale of the Calgary-based Nexen in what was then the largest oil and gas purchase by China.